Queen Sofia of Enchancia had seen many magical things in her life: floating castles, talking animals, even time travel, but some of her favorite moments were the simple ones. And today, she had something special planned, teaching her daughter, Princess Elara, how to paint. Elara was just 6 years old, bright-eyed and full of curiosity. She had her mother's chestnut brown hair and her father Leo's spark of adventure. And although she loved riding her pony, chasing butterflies in the royal gardens, and exploring the palace, she had recently become fascinated by the world of colors and shapes. "Can we paint today, Mama?" she had asked, holding up one of Sofia's old sketchbooks filled with swirling castles and blooming gardens. Sofia smiled. "Of course we can. Let's make it a painting adventure." That morning, the royal garden was prepared like a painter's paradise. Easels stood beneath flowering trees, jars of paint shimmered in every color imaginable, and big soft blankets were spread across the grass. Prince Leo watched from the steps of the palace with an amused grin as his wife and daughter set to work. "You two look like you're about to create a masterpiece," he said, walking down with a picnic basket in hand. "Only if our paintbrushes behave," Sofia laughed, dipping hers in the soft lavender paint. Elara giggled. "Mine's already dancing, look." She swirled her brush in pink and drew a big circle on her canvas. "I think it's a sun or a cookie." "A cookie sun?" Sofia teased. "That's the best kind." The two of them laughed together, and Prince Leo settled nearby under the shade of a tree, watching with quiet pride as mother and daughter bonded over brushstrokes. As they painted, Sofia shared tips. "See, Elara, if you mix blue with just a little white, you get sky blue. That's the color of early morning." Elara tried it, her little fingers smudging the canvas. "It does look like morning. Mama, look. It's our garden with a big cookie sun and a tiny castle." Sofia looked at her daughter's work with admiration. "It's beautiful. You have a good eye for color and a big imagination. That's what makes an artist." Then Elara asked something Sofia hadn't expected. "Mama, did you always know how to paint like this?" Sofia paused, smiling. "No, I had to learn just like you. When I was your age, I didn't even live in a castle. I lived in a village with my mom and brother." Elara's eyes widened. "Really? No ball gowns?" "Nope," Sofia chuckled. "Just aprons and flower pots, but I used to draw with chalk on the stones behind our cottage. I always dreamed of painting big things: castles, clouds, magical birds." Elara leaned closer. "And then you became a princess?" "Yes, and eventually a queen. But no matter what I wore or where I lived, I never stopped loving to paint." They sat in silence for a moment, the kind that only comes between people who understand each other deeply. Then Elara said softly, "I want to paint like you." Sofia hugged her. "You already are." Suddenly, a strong breeze swept across the garden, lifting Elara's hat and nearly toppling her easel. "Whoa!" she cried, chasing after her flying canvas. Prince Leo stood quickly, grabbing the corner of the painting before it tumbled into a nearby fountain. "Got it," he said triumphantly. "Thanks, Daddy." Leo inspected the canvas. "That's amazing, Elara. Is that me in the tree?" "It is," Elara giggled. "I painted you napping." Leo pretended to snore dramatically. "Well, you captured me perfectly." The family shared a laugh, and Sofia realized how special this day really was. It wasn't about perfect paintings or skillful brushwork. It was about storytelling, memories, and love. After a while, they took a break under the big willow tree. Leo laid out the picnic while Sofia and Elara admired the spread of artwork now drying in the sun. "There's something magical about painting," Sofia said. "It's like casting a spell, but with color. You take something invisible like a dream or an idea and make it real." "Can I paint every day?" Elara asked, munching on a strawberry. Of course, Sofia said. You can paint whatever you feel. That's what real artists do. Then Elara looked thoughtful. Mama, do you think our paintings will last forever? Sofia smiled. Maybe not forever on paper, but the memories? Yes, especially when we make them together. That evening, back inside the castle, Sofia helped Elara hang her favorite paintinga messy but joyful portrait of the three of them. Sofia, Leo, and Elara standing under a big cookie-shaped sun. It wasn't perfect. The faces were all circles and stick arms, but it radiated happiness, and that was all that mattered. Leo came into the room, wiping his hands from helping the gardeners pack up the outdoor painting supplies. He looked at the framed painting and smiled. I think we've got a little royal artist in the family. Elara turned to her parents. Can we do it again tomorrow? Sofia exchanged a smile with Leo and nodded. Absolutely. Painting is more fun when you do it with the people you love. And from that day on, it became a family tradition painting day in the royal gardens. No formal gowns, no court meetings, just Sofia, Leo, and Elara, creating art, making memories, and celebrating the joy of imagination. Because in the kingdom of Enchancia, magic didn't always come from wands or amulets. Sometimes it came from a paintbrush, a patch of sunlight, and a heart full of love. The end.